Parking lot review
Take
with
two.
Drew.
With Drew, take two.
We just got out of 28 years later.
And you know what sucks is we're not going to see the next one because we'll be dead 28 decades from now. Ho!
Drew's really been trying to push
I've been
this
pitching
joke.
this
It's
joke.
not very funny, though.
But it's very, you know what, it's not funny, but it's true.
So what did you think, Drew?
I really liked it. I thought, I love a good causeway. God, I love a causeway.
It's a great setup.
It's a great setup. You know, you're in the Scottish Highlands. You know, you wonder where like people will kind of make communities and like have their own like ecosystem where humanity can survive decades into this infection, and it does set itself up really nice for being like this town is divided from the mainland of the United Kingdom, but this is like a island that is divided by a causeway from the mainland, so they can only travel when it is low tide.
But why do they go there? Is the question.
It seemed like a rite of passage. It's like a walkabout for his son, you know, to be like integrated into the community, and also like when he was saying like you'll work here one day. This is where we get our timber, like because they had all the field
right, yeah.
They had the woodlands that was like really well chopped down. It's basically saying like to pay your dues to our society, you're gonna have to come here and, you know, chop down trees and get some timber and build yourself a house and yada yada yada. And the community was like usually 15-year-olds and up will take this like walkabout, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna bring my son early. So, and you know, the main character's father is like this provider who's like taking care of their sick mother, who is trying to build up his son a little bit faster than he should probably, which seemed to be kind of like a running theme where it was like human ingenuity forged through like war and like through like a warrior mentality kind of thing, you know, which like they kind of alluded to with like splicing in old footage of like archers from like, you know, ancient medieval times to like guys that were like working like shoreline dudes that were like bringing in timber from like boats and stuff,
like World War I,
World War I circa stuff, and yeah, they were just kind of saying like this society is kind of like a recession to those points because it's kind of like where we all came from. It's like this kind of society where we're foraging, and yeah, I mean to understand it is like just to say like you have the what happened in 28 days later, like well after the infection, decades later, they're trying to rebuild society in the Scottish Highlands, and he takes his son on a walkabout to try to kind of like blood him early, and it's a little too much for his son, and he kind of gets some ideas and sees this fire, which he talks to his grandfather about, which tells him about a doctor. I don't know, I thought it was really good. I definitely
the zombie scenes are going hard.
Yeah,
it's incredible zombie scenes, and doesn't really let up, but I mean it does get like emotional at times.
Yeah, it slows down a little bit too, and
it's been a really long time since I've seen the original, so I don't really remember what the ratio to like family stuff to zombie attacks, but this felt like maybe a little bit less zombie. Like the zombie scenes that are in there are incredible, but they are very like
they don't even feel like
scattered.
They don't even feel like zombies anymore, though. They just feel like cavemen. They're just like they're kind of have evolved since like whatever has survived has either turned into these big fat amorphous blobs that are eating everything and not very agile to like the main hunter predator kind of caveman-esque.
Big dick alpha zombie.
Big alpha dude. Samson rolling around with his hog, taking fucking arrows to the chest and body.
All I'm
like
saying
it's
is
nothing.
There's gonna be a surge of zombie porn after this movie.
Maybe there doesn't need to be because there's so much hog in this movie. Flopping hog. Flopping zombie hog.
There's a lot of flopping
There's a lot of flopping zombie hog and big floppy titties. Big Natchy Geography.
Are they all
ties.
naked? Are they all naked in the first one?
Not all. No, they're like all.
They're like
pretty
tattered clothes.
Tattered clothes
Yeah.
and stuff. They haven't. I mean, that's the cool thing about it is like that. It just feels like 3 decades into this because like the whole thing about 28 days is like how long will it take for the infected to starve?
Mm-hmm.
And when they do, then it's like we're gonna get to go back. We're gonna get to and that's what 28 weeks later is. It's like it seems like the infection is, but no, it just kind of hid. It was cool, man.
I love the editing. I love all the asymmetrical jump cuts. Like, especially like, not even just with the zombie stuff. Like in the beginning when you meet the mom and she's kind of having like a fever fit.
Yeah.
The way that they edit that is just like the camera's jumping around, but just only slightly, so that it just feels a little out of whack. But
just keeps you on edge, which is like which is kind of the theme with the don't look behind you, you know. But that whole thing is made to keep you on your toes and on edge. It does feel like
Danny Boyle does that so well, incredible.
Yeah, it does feel like a like not art house, but like 90s music video kind of, but like in the best way.
Mm-hmm. There's another zombie daywalker in front of us.
Yeah, we had this fucking old guy that shows up 30 minutes into the fucking movie and just lollygags in, just like, hey.
And sits down in the handicap spot right in front of
us.
We're in like the front row of the balcony, and then like in front of us are the handicap spots. The guy walks in 20 minutes in, like literally like zombie lumbering in, and like plops himself down, and then every 15 minutes got up to check his phone, just like
with his brightness all the way fucking up.
And like, why do you have to show up to the first screening of this movie that like is like a cult status?
Yeah, like the people who are like literally been waiting 30 years to see this movie just to act like an asshole in front of everybody. No, yeah, he sucked. And then there were these 2 old guys behind us that every time an emotional scene goes, they go, like this big loud, like I gotta,
violent scene, like
that was pretty crazy, huh, guys?
But yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't that scared.
It's not supposed to. I mean, no. 28 Days freaked the fuck out of me. Well, I remember vividly seeing that movie with Joanna when it first came out. I don't even know how or why we went to go see it, but it was just like, I think we just went on a whim, and I remember both of us, like in that opening scene, were just like horrified. Yeah.
But you never really saw fast zombies up until that point.
And also like blood puke and all the like just the visceral and like how quick it was, like how unforgiving. I mean, it's like it almost seems tame, especially compared to like watching fucking, Bring Her Back. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of thing. It's like even like how Star Wars works, how it's like all the future technology is still bathed in like big gray chunky plastic that's like, this is our perception of what the future was in 1980. Digging back to an old franchise, you kind of like, it kind of regurgitates some old like tricks and old stuff that doesn't necessarily work nowadays. I do think that you're right that Danny Boyle's like a master of making it, but it does feel like a 90s music video and kind of wow, crazy, grainy footage, ooh, old TVs, analog, and it's like, cool. And he does do it very well, and I think the movie's great. But like, also, it still harkens back to like older stuff that doesn't necessarily is not so cutting edge anymore. And what makes it cutting edge kind of makes it look kind of cheeky or like.
Well, I felt in the very beginning, like the very first time you see the zombies in the first scene, like they didn't feel like.
The Fat Zombies?
No. Before that, like when that house is like first getting invaded, and all the little kids are watching Teletubbies.
Oh yeah,
the zombies like in those shots like didn't seem
very
as like fucking putrid and like rotten.
Yeah, like like kind of.
They seemed a little more like low budget.
Yeah, almost like monster.
I was like, this is. Yeah.
I mean, the lead up to that, like I was so on edge because I was just like, oh man, all these kids are going fucking
Yeah.
down. But also, this is the origin story of Jimmy, apparently, which is also like, what the
Oh, wait, that's a spoiler. Cut that out.
Okay, yeah, let me cut it out.
No, but I'm just saying.
No, yeah, but that, so like, they're setting up a franchise, it feels like.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a drag. But also, that was, like, for how jarring that ending was, cool. Like, huge swing.
Yeah.
Fine. Like just because it's like, if you make a franchise with the weird Scottish Power Rangers, like, awesome. Like, cool.
Like, where did they get their duds? I was like, where
you guys got weird fucking tracksuits out of nowhere? Well, that's what you got to think, though. It's like there's that. Here's one side of it. Scottish Highlands that's divided. They're like, we must stay. The society must protect. The village. M. Night Shyamalan bullshit. Versus like these guys who are like, hey, we have all the department stores we can break into. We have all this bullshit we can fucking take. We can really have fun with this. So that's, and that's the other thing is they're always alluding to
turn into a little Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah. Hey, we got Darren Aronofsky's Guy Ritchie. We got Dairy Snatch.
We got Boyle Snatch.
we got a Baba Boyle Snatch. We got a
Darren Snatch.
We got a Darren Snatch. No, yeah, I enjoyed it, but to say that I liked it as much as 28 Days, because it does,
of course,
not like not to say that we're like spitting on it, because I'm not that sanctimonious about it at all, but it does feel like how perfect 28 Days Later was, and 28 Weeks Later does kind of capture the same vibe, but makes it like a big budget action movie, you know? And that kind of like loses some of like what was so charming about 28 Days Later, and how like beautiful some of the shots were, and also some of the shots in this one were fucking beautiful too. Like when his mom bashes the when like the camera was coming down and like all that stuff, and like
there was some really horrifying stuff. Yeah,
but also,
and the violent scenes are really violent.
The fucking the 300 frame per second.
That's what I was saying. That's like
shot. So you're talking about that scene when they break, and also
also when the alpha pulls his head off, and then like it like swings from his like left side to his right side down to the head.
Caleb is gonna love this fucking movie.
I was thinking about that too. It's like, oh man, so much arrow action.
Yeah, dude.
But like, again, like the editing of like some of those, like,
that was
where it's
so
like
sick.
Yeah, like where it like strikes the head and a like little snapshot, and then like move
what
over
also
to the side.
I appreciated about zombie, just for zombie etiquette, it's like, hey, it doesn't always have to be a headshot, baby. Hey. You can shoot these fucks in the heart, and they're not
head
gonna.
And heart,
and like they're at least gonna go down. They're not nothing. It's not nothing to them. But also the alpha taking like fucking 12 to 13 shots to the chest and dick hanging out, big dick hanging out, getting shot with arrows. Takes an arrow straight through the urethra, and just loves it. He doesn't care. Pulls it out, sucks it clean, puts it back in, right in his dick hole. Spoiler alert.
That does happen.
Spoiler alert.
That did happen too.
He takes it out, puts it back in. Says, I don't care about arrows in my dick. Says that in Zombie. He goes, oh.
Oh yeah,
but
there was some there was some real, like, the alpha scream was so guttural.
Or just how he lingered in the first shot too. And it was just like alpha
on the ridge,
hillside, and he's just like they're all out in the open, like back to the forest, dude. Yeah, it's kind of, and also the causeway. God, that was a nail biter.
Yeah,
when
it's just
when he was running down the causeway and they fucking bam with the flaming crossbow bolt.
Yeah, and even the party afterwards was like so frenetic that it was kind of scary. Like everybody, everybody kind of like drunk and like just like kind of in this frenzy where it was like, ooh, this is fucked up too. Like it just seems like too much.
That's what they were going for, because it was like his rite of passage that he was not accepting, because he's like, my dad lied about this stuff. He also was like going around to fuck this other girl. Like that's what caused him to have like, I'm bringing my mom to see this doctor. Like, I think it was a lot about like being born through a warrior culture and kind of rejecting it at the same time, and the hypocrisy that kind of comes with it regardless. And like when they were hunting the fat ones, right? They were like going to kill that kid fat one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, Dad, don't.
Like so silly
So
too.
fishy.
Like a little like bald with stringy hair,
Yeah,
like pudgy,
but it was
like,
all, like-
zombie.
But it was all like through like a kind of faded lens, which was kind of clever too. I mean, like
but they just look like little zombie
little
Oompa
Michelin
Loompas.
man.
Little Oompa Loompa. They're all purple too.
From the frame of reference of like what would happen.
It's like, let it run. It's like,
don't kill me. I'm a fatty little fat.
is it kind of giving like Spawn vibe? Like this, like
Yeah, it's Johnny Legs.
Johnny Legs and
This is a
Spawn.
violator.
Or oh god,
I was thinking the Michelin Man, like little Michelin Man.
I thought Ray Fiennes was great. He was kind of doing his thing, but
Cooking up skulls for the menu.
But I do feel like the movie kind of, the funometer was dipping a little bit with
Once
Ray.
he hit that point, yeah.
Because it's like, why didn't they just fucking kill the alpha while he was...
Yeah,
while he
drugged.
was- yeah, it's like, I was like, oh, we'll just leave him there. He'll come back later.
No, because he like named him and was studying him. Like he called him Samson. He had a name
right,
for him.
right.
Like he kind of treats them like they're like rabid animals more than like they're just something to be killed and hunted for sport. Which was kind of the vibe too that I got from his dad, because that's what I was saying is like he didn't kill the kid one. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like he was like, he treats them like they were just hunting deer, you know?
And that like,
which is weird.
So the placenta is the reason that the kid can not be infected from the... Because that's like kind of how they kind of
He
explain
said the
it.
magic of the placenta, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
It's like, I
Sure,
guess.
yeah.
Yep, magic of the placenta.
Yeah, that placenta is something else, huh? Really takes the zombie out of the baby. Also, this is the first
I
time
was like-
Ray finds this is the first time you're hearing of a zombie giving birth to an infant. With no word... Well, here's the thing about 28...
And then again, those zombies are fucking then.
Yeah, us. Yeah, that's how babies work, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ.
But I mean...
But by the way, did you notice this?
But I mean, have we
He's
ever...
got a huge hog.
That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be more zombie porn. Because these zombies are fucking...
I think you just want to see zombie porn.
I'm just saying,
I've
there was
never
a
been.
lot of zombie hog. The guys were given Game of Thrones. Who's...
Tyrion Lannister.
No,
Peter Dinklage. That's low. Not low because he's low, but low.
No, who's the guy from...
Jason Momoa.
Momoa. It was they were like Momoa zombies, fully nude, hanging hog.
I thought it was the dude from RRR that was just in there who's like doing the suspender dance, but he didn't have any suspenders. Hanging big RRR hog. But
These zombies are fucking, and I've never heard of zombie fucking.
well, that's the thing.
That's not a thing.
Well, that's
like,
what-
that is never. And also,
No,
what a
Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead, they had the baby zombie. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But yeah, I mean, they should.
They were fucking before they were zombies.
That
She was a
that
zombie and she
baby
had the
should have
baby.
been a fucking zombie. Like, come on, that would have been awesome. We had some weird baby.
It's the
zombie.
magic. Hey, babe. It's the magic of the placenta. Hey, babe. It's Chinatown. It's vagina in Zombie Town.
Forget it, Spike.
Forget it, Spike. It's vagina Zombie Town. That baby's a real baby. And also, he just like how did they not see that? They're able to like hear a whistle from across the causeway, but he can like dump a baby on like the fucking barbed wire fence and just split before they even.
Well,
notice.
I thought, yeah, I was surprised that Spike, because when they have that shot of him on the bridge shooting, I thought it was like, oh, he's like a protector now of the causeway, like one of those guys. But it's like, no.
He's not on the bridge. He's on like a highway right before he meets Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's out. He said he's like, I want to live on the land. I want to figure it out.
Right. But that's what I thought at first, was that like, oh, he's one of those guys now.
That's one thing that really kind of also bothered me about the movie is that like 28 Days Later was like steeped in realism. Every part of that movie felt like this totally is what happened, beyond the point of like he was in the hospital and didn't get eaten. After that, it's all like, okay, this makes sense shot for shot. Like, but there is a lot of like oh god, it's like, oh, there's something bad's gonna happen, and somebody jumps out of nowhere to like save the day, kind of shit. Like especially Jimmy being like the most outlandish version of that, but like too much of like, oh, yeah, I got you. It's okay, you know. It's like, all right, cheap trick, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, I did like that setup though. In the I mean, I felt like the strongest part was the beginning with the father and son. Which is like again
the beginning, like the intro to where Jimmy,
when they first go to the mainland, just with the father and son.
Not the intro with Jimmy.
No,
Padre.
In the beginning, the very beginning.
I thought that was really like, oh, what are you guys doing here?
When they explain the causeway and going to the mainland, and the going in there, and he's teaching them how to kill, and like how it's like. They did that great redirect where it's like there's two fucking fat guys coming at him, but like you don't see the other one until the last second, and I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And
how they squeal, the pig, they're eating worms and shit, and the pigs squeal and stuff. I thought that was like, I mean, like for a second, I got a tinge of that scene from Hellraiser when they were the guys eating.
There were some butterballs.
There's some real butterballs in that one, yeah. Real, not so many cheddar boxes, a lot of butterballs.
Yeah.
Turn to pinheads. Butterballs turn to pin because they got arrows through the brain.
True.
Single pinhead.
But yeah, you got the butterball zombies.
You got butterballs, you got real butterballs, you got Momoas.
You got big dick Momoas.
You got big dick hog swinging Momoas. You got real butterballs eating worms.
You got pregnant.
Magic
placenta zombie.
We got Eric, the Swedish. That's another thing. Like their bolt was portrayed that like you wonder.
What was up with all this? That felt like a huge swerve. It felt like we were almost in a different movie.
Like. Yeah, that's the cool thing about it, because it's like they were saying they were Swedish like Navy soldiers that just kind of their boat sank and they ended up in the mainland and they had to just like fight their way.
Oh no, yeah, because remember they're like, oh, they're probably French. Like remember there was like a boat approaching the shore and it was like, oh yeah, it's probably some patrol guys. They're probably French.
I didn't see that part. Maybe I tucked out because I left twice.
Yeah. Well, there was a scene with the dad like that. You saw like a light from the shoreline, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like sometimes they have some patrolmen coming." And so yeah, that makes sense. That must have been those guys because that was like just felt out of nowhere. Like because like all of a sudden there's like dudes in fatigues and riot gear like running from.
Well, that's the cool thing is, I mean, with the buildup of lore, it does feel a little more earned. When you think about like this is 3 decades into this fucking weird ass pandemic where like literally the entirety of the United Kingdom has just been surviving on their own, and everybody else has just been kind of like watching it happen and kind of keeping eyes. Like there is still a modern day outside of the United Kingdom, which I always thought was really cool. It's like the idea of 28 Days Later is like this whole horrible virus is just contained. The whole world is just like watching it happen.
Yeah, it's just like on this island.
Yeah, that's it's like how could they cross the oceans? How could anything like that
sense?
happen?
Yeah.
So I mean that's the thing where 28 days later, or 28 weeks later, the end of the movie is the kid who has the recessive trait who is not directly affected by the virus carries it and then spreads it to Paris. And then like the last you see of 28 weeks later is a bunch of zombies charging like the Eiffel Tower. And then you're like, oh fuck, it's everywhere. But it's not necessarily everywhere. It's just, but like this is how you would imagine pockets of this shit would happen around the world. It's like, yeah, there's a causeway. I mean, God, don't you love a causeway? What's that?
What else is there, causeway?
That one Jude Law. It was that TV show on HBO. Yeah, Gattaca. No, it was
Young Pope?
Yeah, Young Pope.
Here, Drew, you give some final thoughts on what you think after your first viewing of 28 years later.
I thought it was a real interesting return to form, with a lot of answers to questions about what life might be like on certain parts of, throughout the United Kingdom that have been affected by this. I think it gave a lot of questions, and I want more. I'm happy that they set up like what looks like a definite sequel, and I just don't know what they're going to call it.
It's literally 28 days later after 28 years later, because the whole Jimmy stuff happens 28 days later after the 28 years.
So 56 days later, Part 2.
I'll say I liked it. I thought the violence was great. I thought the zombie attacks were awesome. I wish there was more of it. And I kind of couldn't take the emotional beats seriously. And
really? Even after his mom got euthanized?
no, I didn't. I just thought it was...
Put his mom's skull on top of the thing.
I know, I thought it was a little cheesy.
It's supposed to be a little bit. He's carrying his mom's fucking skull of a pile of skull bones.
Look, I thought it was a little cheesy.
Yeah.
I could have taken those 28 minutes and turned them into zombie attacks. But, you know, you can only get so much. There's only so much Boyle can do. And, you know, what we did see was very strong. And a lot of BDE. And we will see some zombie porn out of this, I think.
Big, hanging, Momoa, zombie, floppy cock, getting plugged with arrows while he's plugging holes and impregnating zombie bitches.
Yeah.
The magic of the placenta, baby.
Do you think that because the baby comes out like clean, that probably the mom would just eat the baby
That's
right
what I
away?
would immediately assume, is that the kid would be eaten. But it did seem like the alpha was like trying to get its kid back for sure. Like had it.
He did have that brood of like zombie kids. Yeah.
And the fat that's the other thing, was that the fat kid, when I first saw that, I was like, oh shit, are they breeding? And it looks like they are. So like that is another kind of level of it. Like there's the fat ones, the alpha ones, the ones that are kind of following the alpha. There's a lot of levels to how this thing has apparently evolved. And they don't starve, because they are eating worms and shit and getting by just fine. So,
eating shoelaces
and shit. Like, yeah, there's definitely more here, and there has been more here for a while. I wish that they would have made this movie sooner and kind of kept their same, I don't know. It definitely just doesn't feel exactly like 28 Days Later did.
It feels a little more video game-ish, right?
It feels a little bit more surreal, and I felt like the 28 Days Later was very grounded in itself. But then again, that's like...
It's classic. It's like an all-time classic.
I mean,
so how do you top that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, 28 Days Later, like when they clear out like that huge highway right in front of Big Ben, the technical, like, and that's what they were saying, that's a technical marvel. I'm like, I still was more impressed with the shots they did in 28 Days Later than this. Although, like, the rats coming out and like the old, like, decrepit train car, and like, there's some things they did where I was like, oh man, how the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, but I mean, the timing of the causeway, the like aiming and firing at the zombies, it felt like very much like a video game, you know, like where it's like we have to kill 5 zombies before the causeway, you know, lets up, you know. Whereas 28 Days Later is just kind of like a survival.
Well, it's like the scene,
pure survival horror.
Yeah, the scene in 28 Days Later that really gets me is when they're in the tunnel. They go through this tunnel, and it's like filled with cars and dilapidated, and they get through it, and the guy's like having fun, and then their tire goes flat. So they have to change the tire while like they start hearing zombies like come in and just howling down the fucking tunnel, and all you see is their big long shadows, like they're just screaming, just like ah. And this one, like, you know, they had some things like that where like the fat zombie was like creeping up to the sleeping boy, and then all of a sudden his mom like jumps out of her psychosis to like bash his brains in. Changing a tire in the midst of like zombie, like we're in a tunnel, there's no way out, like there's something so grounded about that's just like, yeah. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, and you do see, I mean, the thing that's cool with the Jimmy stuff is that you do see like the evolution of all the fighting techniques with like the bagging of them and then striking them, or like
sawing their heads off with 2 people.
Yeah, and like but like keeping at a distance, like a safe distance.
Yeah, but I mean that is so fucking cartoonish.
Yeah,
like it's still, it's still like,
no, it was ridiculous.
Versus like,
it felt like who was the guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Was like, you want to play cricket? Like,
oh yeah,
like those guys. It's like
Casey,
yeah.
Which also, like, yeah, that would happen. Like roving gangs of like weirdos that are like really good at zombie killing. Like that's like, but even then, it's like this is so But it's 30 years later. It's 30 years later into the pandemic. So it's like, you know what? Go crazy and have fun with it. I want to see wherever this goes. I love it. I don't care. I love it. Yeah. I know that it's not what I want it to be necessarily.
What were you specifically disappointed by?
The Jimmy stuff towards the end was what I was like, what the fuck? Like, this
yeah.
Like,
it was
kind of
such a
so
swerve.
spit in the face of like anybody who's like I'm not like that, but anybody who is like a super purist about it, and I'm sure those people exist, would see the scene and be like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
you know? I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, they were like
not the same thing.
I mean, it would have been weird too, though, if we didn't get a little bit of a Jimmy payoff, because there was all that Jimmy stuff throughout. Like, the thing was carved with Jimmy,
right.
And
the sign that said Jimmy's gonna be coming or whatever, and all that stuff. Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot about the cult, and I kind of walked out when we went to the bathroom when they set up like that, like picnic. They set up like that, like lunch table and stuff when they had the mask on. I wasn't there for that. Yeah,
I felt like it was like some sort of new sort of cultural ritual, like within the schools. Maybe they would like.
Didn't have anything to do with the Scottish Highlands. It had to do with the mainland. It was definitely mainland shit.
Like, but
anytime you saw the mask, that was like a different cult of people that were on the mainland.
Really?
That didn't have anything to do with Scottish Highland people.
I mean, it felt like there were a lot of pretty good like hints towards how people are surviving and how they exist, but like just enough just to be like, okay, like there's something going on in this world, which is very Civil War. Did you see Civil War?
Yeah.
Like, and that's Garland. And he kind of did that same thing in Civil War, where it's like he just kind of like you're kind of in the stuff, you're like in the world, but not like
you don't know enough.
Going through all the exposition, which was actually my main complaint about Civil War, was that they didn't do enough.
I like when they allude to stuff because it just kind of gives you questions about, but you don't need all the answers.
I would have liked a little more exposition, though. I think in Civil War, in this one, I thought it was like just enough. Like, just to kind of keep you immersed in this unique world and how it functions now. But, I mean, I think it gives a lot of room for another one. I mean, not just the Jimmy stuff, but it's like, you could explain these, like, cultists.
Not just the Jimmy stuff.
Not just the Jimmy stuff.
Not just the Jimmy. Hey, we gotta get another cocktail in a bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, Drew got pretty sauced in the theater.
I didn't really get sauced, but I got a nice, good buzz going, and I feel it dwindling.
What did you get? What did you get?
I got like a little margarita in a bottle, like a pre-made cocktail, and I put it over ice at the theater, and it was perfect.
Pretty smart.
Dude, that was a move.
All right, signing out. 1, 2, 3's gonna go again. 3, 6, 9, I'm so fine. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 1.